Hello, everybody. We're in Lionsgate time, and it is a powerful, powerful Lionsgate. If you're not feeling it, it's okay. Not everybody does. But those of us that are super sensitive, we do. We feel when these gateways are opening. And I'm going to go over some information, what I've been receiving in downloads. I brought a little bit in when I did a live maybe a week and a half ago, and I'm going to go deeper into what I've gotten. I also pulled some cards here for fun that I'm going to I'll show you them briefly. But the information that I got in downloads is fascinating. So let's go ahead and let's tune into this right now because I want to explain a few things. And for those of you new to my channel, my name is Keleena. I've been awake my entire life, and I also, January 1st, 2015, had a walk-in upgrade is what you would call it, like a higher version of myself came in and changed my life completely. I am not the same person, and it was full on mission after that. I was already awake, I was already a healer, I was already doing some things, but after that things shifted, and yeah, they're like, it's time for you to teach. They've been warning me, get ready for years. Get ready, get ready, get ready. And I was like, get ready for what? Well, here we are. I've been doing these videos for a long time. I used to go live all the time on Facebook for years. So that's where I originally started out. So YouTube is like my like runoff from that. So please subscribe if this is great information for you. I'm also going to do some activations for you. I am a light language, what they call a light language master activator. So I activate through the DNA at the cellular level for you to either speak it, to heal, to transform, all kinds of stuff. So let's dive into this because I have got so much information coming in. So I want to go over the basics of Lionsgate first. And I did a video back in, I think, 2017 on Lionsgate. It has over 50,000 views on it. And the first thing I want to go at, the big hoopla with this one is that it's an 888 Lionsgate this time. And the eights they're all from the date, okay? So we have the month is the 8th. The date is the 8th, but if you add the calendar year numbers, there's also an 8. So this year, this procession is a triple 8. Now the 8s stand for Christ consciousness. You'll find people out there talking about angel numbers and stuff, but in what I downloaded years ago, back when I did that first video, the Egyptian information was the 8 stand for Christ consciousness and eternal infinity. Because if you turn them sideways, what do they create? They create the infinity symbol. So we have got triple infinity in this Lionsgate, and it's going to triple everything that you're going through or working on during this time. And to me, that is just fantastic and beautiful. So it always starts opening. So here's what started happening. This past week, we had that full moon on Monday, which was powerful. It was like a decisive moon where you had to make a decision to shift timelines. So where are you going? What are you choosing? Where are you going to be? My guides also, because those of you that know me, I have a background with Mary Magdalene. It's in my Hypnosis by Alba Weinman. And I do a lot of stuff with the Magdalene. I activate and initiate Sisters of the Rose and the priestesses. Remember, it all comes from memory. Nothing I do is from a book. So they told me, my guides, when I tuned in, they were showing me these visions, how that full moon on Monday was called Magdalene's moon. And I was like, wow. And I want to do a video on it, but I just wasn't feeling it that day to get in front of the camera. So touching on a little bit here. So Mary Magdalene was such a powerful woman and a powerful being that she was never any of those nasty things that they called her. They only did that to try and shut her down and make women look terrible, okay? I've talked about this for years. But she was one of the first women to initiate herself in the light of conscious awareness and come back into the knowing of who she was, um, as a being on this planet, and that you can utilize, when you're in that space and place, you're knowing to manifest things, to change things, to create things. And this was what they were teaching. Her and Yeshua were teaching this together. They both were very powerful. They were partners, they were husband, wife, and they did these things together. Together, they opened each other's seven seals. It was not any, she had seven sins. That's all BS. It's all BS. I was shown that back in 2015. So this moon was called Magdalenes Moon. It was a time for you to shift. It was a time for you to choose a new timeline. And if you didn't, you were kind of like pushed into it. And it could have felt really um, like squeaking of the wheel, kind of, I don't know. So it's a powerful moon. Okay, so we had the moon on the 21st. 22nd was Magdalene's Feast, Mary Magdalene's Feast. That's celebrated across the world, and that's when I always hold the Sisters Rose event. This year, because of certain reasons, I could not do the 3-day event, because I'm going through these Ascension symptoms that have been really intense for me. It's my second bout with them. I first did it in 2017, and now I'm at another level, and it's like, oh, the physical body ones, it can feel kind of tough. But the 888 is the eternal Christ consciousness, and it's bringing in with this, this accelerated amplification even more of our light bodies. And for those of you that already know me, you know that there's photos of me on my Instagram where I was in Santa Fe, and there's a picture of me standing there. My light body is like all around. I was doing grid work, and the light body is lit up, and one of my friends had captured the photo. So I've already been going through that process for a long time. I noticed crystals in my body back in the early 2000s when my kids were born. So that's the light body. It's the crystalline process we are going through from carbon to crystalline, which is the light body. And this accelerated week is starting to push everyone into a new space and place in their reality that's going to assist you to accomplish things by the time the 8th comes. Okay, so on the 8th of August is when the portal is fully open. So it started opening last night. I started feeling it, everything, like a few days before. It's just, I'm super sensitive. I have been since a child. I feel if the earth moves, okay? I feel it in my body. And it starts to close down. I believe it's fully closed down around the 13th or so, like Goddess Day. I always want to say the 17th because that's an 8, but that's my ego. So anyways, it is, we've had this week where we've got the full moon, we have Mary Magdalene's Day, and then we had the Mayan calendar year where it's the day of no time. And it's a day of, it's the Mayan day of time where we go into zero pointing is so easy, and we can get into that space and place and shift ourselves. And what it was the last day of the Mayan calendar year. Also, I would say the Egyptian year, because as Egyptians, I'm very connected as Egyptian energies and that as well from past lives, or aspects of myself in the lives now. But we won't get into details in case people are new to awakening. Where we celebrated that next day, because it shifts the galactic New Year cycle. And this is what the 888 comes into. It comes into that alignment of Earth and the star Sirius, the Sun, and Orion. So the belt of Orion lines over the pyramids, okay? And this alignment, if you think about it, that's their calendar alignment. Because I was in Egypt last year when I took some beautiful beings through Egypt. And it was not aligned at that time, but it also wasn't that time of the year. So that would be a procession, a calendar procession. And so it lines them so that they know it's their solar new year. So the Mayan day out was the 25th, and then today is the opening of Lionsgate, the 26th. So we have all this stuff going on in this one week. It's like whammy, and it's very powerful. So if you've been feeling it, if maybe might have been feeling edgy, you might have been feeling shifty, you might have been feeling like you're vibrating, you might feel like electricity running through you, might be super tired. Um, Listen to your body and relax. Um, with the electricity stuff, if you can get in water because that's what my guides keep telling me, get in the water when you have that feeling of too much electricity. Um, you won't get electrocuted. So I had to say that. It just popped in. Um, so anyways, for me, I've also been seeing, I want to explain, a lot of you know that I'm a Blu-ray. I have this Blu-ray that like comes out of my third eye, and I can see it on buildings. I see it on people when I'm doing healing. It like comes in, it goes right to people's third eyes, and it starts to work your third eye. And it's used for many things. It's just we all have these different parts of ourselves. But the Blu-ray beings may start popping in. You might start seeing them. You might start seeing little blue lights flashing. I've been seeing them for years and years and years. And they're blue beings that come in. They're Syrian. I talked about this years ago as well. So they may be making themselves known to you. If they make themselves known to you, don't be afraid. Take the time to ask who they are and ask if they have a divine message for you, and just listen to what they have to say. If you can't hear, they'll at least make their presence known because they want you to tune into this time right now. They're saying this is the Stargate. This is this time where we're opening up to help you. And we're going to be helping you with many different things this time. And it's very powerful. So they're the blue beings of Sirius. And I wanted to share the flashes of light and stuff because I do get emails and questions and messages and stuff. People, I see these color lights, I see these color lights, but I know the blue for years is Syrian. Now, the star of Sirius, which they call the dog star, okay, because it's in Canis Major, I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe that's why it's Canis Major, not minor. I get the majors and minors, the little one, the baby one, the puppy. Call it the puppy, even though it doesn't look like a dog to me. It's gonna make you all laugh. So that star, and I talked about this back in 2017 as well, it used to be called the Isis star. It wasn't called Sirius. It was called the Isis star in its origination when the lineup occurred. And so the goddess Isis, it was connected to her, it was connected to that mother energy, that beautiful flowing mother energy, the power of the mother, the power of the cosmic mother, the power of the earth mother, the power of the divine feminine, and the magic as well. So it represented Isis, but also Isis' partner Osiris, okay? And then eventually they started calling it the Star of Mother Mary. And so they refer to it as the Star of Mother Mary and Yeshua, this Syrian star, because this is what they're connected with. And back when I was 22 is when Mother Mary came into my apartment, and she presented me with a blue rose, and my whole apartment filled up with the smell of roses. And that's when she gave me the download to initiate, activate women for the Sisters of the Rose so they can remember who they are, and to initiate the Magdalene codes in them because they're there, they just have to be awakened. So that is a big part of my um, mission on this earth, is to work with women to initiate that Magdalene in you, because everyone will have it. It's just that it's in a cell, and it needs to be open. So that's just some little information, little tidbits for you to take and know that it used to be in alignment, with those other names before they called it the Star of Sirius. So as this opens up this solar new year for the Egyptians, some of you might be having memories of life as an Egyptian, memories or memory codes of, you might start seeing codes coming in. You might start seeing, for whatever reason, you might start getting the push to like look at photos of hieroglyphs. You might want to tune into more of, the ancient cultures of Egypt. It's just because you're awakening during this Stargate. It does this to you. It does so many different things. But these are some of the other things that I don't think some people will talk about. And this is all from my inner knowing, my memories and my cell memories. And also, like I said, I have that other old video from 2017. You can watch that too. You have to dig up, go through my videos and find that, because I'm sure there's other information there I'm not giving you today. So when they celebrate this, it was just it was this solar new year was starting for a new solar return, and just like you celebrate New Year's here, we celebrate New Year's. Everyone celebrates New Year's. It's the same thing, but they called it the solar New Year, and it was galactic. They call it galactic because it's connected to this. What should we call this? Astrological event that happens every year. It happens every single year. It lines up like that, and it always will. It always will. I just heard that loud and clear. It always will. Um, okay, so here's the things that I picked up from my downloads, and also when I was channeling last week, or maybe the week before on the live on YouTube. If you haven't watched that, they're on the lives. You got to go under the live column and click there. But the first thing that came through was the word quantum leaping, and it was interesting. I was just talking with my dear star brother, John Burgess, and we were talking about Lionsgate, and I got the word transposing while I was talking to him, and I'm like, what's that? So we looked it up just to double check, and he's like, yeah, it's like the quantum leaping that I already said, it's like timeline jumping. So this is your opportunity to jump timelines, to change yourself, to initiate the change. Who do you want to be? Do you still want to be the person you are? Do you want to change yourself? Do you want to move into a new version of yourself? Do you want to allow yourself to embody another aspect that's ready to come in? Or are you just going to keep going the way you are and doing, what you're doing? That's totally up to you. And there's no right or wrong with that. But this Stargate gives you that opportunity. So quantum leaping, um, everybody has the ability to do that. You just don't know that. That's what I did when I had when I woke up that day, January 1st, 2015, I quantum leaped. That's what happened. I left an old life, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So it is a portal of healing, okay? Every year. And I think I explained in that old video in 2017 how I always see when this opens up, it's almost like the power line in the body. I see this light that comes down, and almost like also this vacuum that sucks up the things that you don't need to have or hold on to anymore, the things that are not useful for you, they're not serving you anymore, your highest and greatest good, stuff that's getting in the way of you moving forward. So I see this light coming down, this vacuum going, just sucking it up. But you have to actually initiate that, the allowance of that, by saying, I no longer choose to hold on to this. It could be beliefs, it could be things you're doing, it could be places, it could be things, anything that's disrupting your life, that's connected to a shadow aspect of you that you need to heal. Tune into that and then, neutralize it in love in your heart and let that go. Release that and let that go. This portal is very big for that. It's a massive one for spiritual downloads every year. Okay, that was the first card I pulled, which is downloads and understanding. And this is a Lady Venus card, but it is an opening. I mean, it's already starting to download. I started downloading a couple days ago, and I will share what I'm getting for myself. But it's also huge. It's still pushing truth. Okay, these downloads are pushing truth, the truth that you need to find within yourself. Where are you deceiving yourself? Where are you maybe manipulating things in your life to try and get things to work in your favor, but it's not, you're not doing it from your truth, you're doing it from a different reality, you're doing it from your shadow side. These are the cards I got for Lionsgate, okay? And these are the things that have to come up because they've caused disruption in your life. All right, so these are the things. Remember, the event is happening within you. The event on the planet is happening within you, so it happens outside of you. I've said this for years. So the downloads are going to bring up things that need to come forward, that you need to see from your, that have disrupted your life, but they're from your shadow side, that we all have to have this balance within it. But when you're using it in a way that's not allowing the good, it's not allowing that Christ consciousness to help in the creative manifestation of who you are and the changes that need to take place within you for the planet, there's got to be some tweaking to help you to move forward. And it's very important to see these things. And these downloads, even though they're good downloads for creativity and healing, all things, they're also downloads to show you yourself, to show you what it can possibly have been being mirrored to you for a long time and you're not paying attention to it. All kinds of different things. So keep an eye on that and see what might be coming up for you. It's a beautiful process when you understand it. And Lionsgate, when it opens, is like such a magical portal. It's like the time of the year that it's going to vacuum and suck everything up. So take the opportunity to use it. Really take the opportunity to use it. Let me see. We also have the creativeness. What will you do? So what I want to say with this today is, with this Lionsgate, put out your intention of what you want to take away from this Lionsgate. Do you want healing? Do you want creativity? What do you want to manifest in abundance? And remember that, be very careful with what you ask for, because I do activations to help people manifest, and when they ask for the things that are not for their soul, things happen that aren't what they thought was going to happen. So be careful. It needs to be in alignment with your soul, your mission, your work while you're here. All right. So set your intention for this new solar year, this new galactic year, of what you would like to see changed within you and around you. And ask the universe, put it out there. This is what I would like to be changed. But remember that you have to take that first step. You always physically have got to take that step, because it's not just, etheric. It's mind, body, soul. all parts of you have got to take the step. You can't forget one of them. So put that out there, because there's this magic creativity that's coming in, and it could shock some of you. So what are you going to do with it? I'm getting downloads and downloads and downloads of creativity, but also downloads of, it's time to let go of this. It's time to let go of this. This stuff is pulling you in a direction that's exhausting you. This is pulling you in a direction that's taking so much of your time away, and you have no time for yourself, Keleena. That's why I'm in this position right now where my body is shut down, and they're like, "You're not doing this right now. You're going to do this." So I'm in this resting state and space, um, and it may be for one more month. I don't know yet. I'm feeling it shifting with this Lion's Gate. So there's huge downloads of creativity, but write them down as what I'm going to tell you. Write down the creativity that's coming in. It's going to drop into you. Remember to feel it in your heart. If it excites you in joy, that's your higher self saying, go this way, okay? But here's the thing. Write them down for a couple days. You're going to get a lot of them. Then go back and look at them and see which ones excite you. Then you'll know exactly which one is the best one for you to actually dive into. But there has to be a balance. And the balance comes with you releasing something else to allow this new thing to actually happen. And that's where, for me, that's why I'm in this position now of having to go through this taking time for me, and they shut down my physical body in ways, because I was getting so much information, and I was delivering to Patreon and videos and newsletters and events and friends and messages and emails, and I didn't have time for me, and I did not fulfill that level of compassion that I was given for everyone for myself. So pay attention when these creativity levels come in, these ideas and things, and really feel them out. And remember that just like if you buy a new article of clothing, you should always get rid of something old that you don't wear. Then your closet won't be like, it'll stay nice and neat, right? It's the same thing, okay? So very important. Listen to that, because I've had to go through things. I'm also in the midst of creating a new human template while I'm going through this, but we'll talk that in another video. So I really wanted to share that with you. So what are you going to do? What will you do? Are you going to clean house? Are you going to release in this portal the things that aren't serving you? You're going to release in this portal the stuff that's not allowing you to have time and space for yourself. Okay, think of that. Time and space. Space is important. Yay, here comes the rain. So remember that when you manifest, you manifest in all ways. Be particular with what you're asking for, and set that intention from your heart, not from your head. Okay? There's a whole lot going on in the quantum field right now, and each person has their own quantum field around them. There's a whole lot of different energies. I'm just going to add this in there. So do your best to stay in peace with this Lion's Gate, because you're creating a new foundation. And I keep getting, when my dear love sister Jamie Price was here a week ago or so, I was telling her I keep pulling the cards, new foundation, new foundation, new foundation, over and over and over. And that's what's happening. Not just the energies of August, but this portal is pushing us into that new foundation. But I've been getting that card since my body has slowed me down. So the new foundation's happening within my body, but it's also happening. I have to tweak my work. And it's like, no, you're not doing all of this anymore, because of this deep level of compassion that has to happen. And it's a new level of compassion, and it's templating for the earth. So here, I'm going to show you. Oh, I look like peas. I'm going to show you the rest of the cards. So you make that intention, you follow the information that I'm giving you, really open yourself up, meditate, open yourself up. I most likely am doing a webinar for 888, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it can help people open up to their highest potentials with the codes that I receive in the languages of light, but also take you into that space and place so that you can actually be there to receive and show you how to do it yourself, but bring in these new there's new levels of light. The light quotients are shifting, everything's accelerating, but I'm being told from spirit that 888 is a very powerful day, and it is part of my alignment, my mission to help the collective with this. So I will be doing that. So here is what can happen if you actually follow this information, if you do the things in this gate. Fulfillment of wishes. Okay, look at that. There's a treasure chest on there. I just noticed there's a treasure chest. Fulfillment of wishes. Okay. You're going to rejoice in celebration. Wow. Material and spiritual prosperity. I love the spiritual prosperity because that's like you understanding more of the universe, everything, how everything works, how we are as a whole. This all helps your evolution. This Lionsgate helps your evolution of your soul because you're leaving the old identity behind to bring in that new version. You become all that you are. This is, I've said this for years. We in this lifetime, as we are embodying all the highest benevolent versions of ourselves in the highest unconditional love, frequency, vibration, to become the best version of ourselves on earth this time. We are needed for this. You are needed for this, okay? You are powerful, and don't you dare let anyone tell you you're not, okay? Because that's Mama K telling you that. The next one is spiritual strength. So this is so important because we are being tested right now, especially going to be during this Lionsgate, because there's going to be some shifty things coming up and through August, probably through the rest of this year, but you're going to be tested on your spiritual strength. And look at this, spiritual prosperity and the spiritual strength card. To step into your courage, that's the lion. To be in your heart, that's the lion, okay? And to be in your truth, that's the lion. Very, very important. The 888, courage, strength, truth. And all together, it's love. It's a Christ consciousness. It is love. So your spiritual strength is the foundation, the new foundation that I'm really picking up on. We're creating these new foundations, but we're not creating it from our old identities. We're not creating it from a third dimensional reality human. You're creating it from your spiritual strength. You're creating it from who you truly are. From here. Mayan nama. Nakieras nasutat nanirama anaki. Now, this is the last card. I was like, whoa. Look at that. The number 8, stepping into your power, taking back your power. If that is not a Lionsgate card, wow. Look at that. This actually gave me the idea for my cover for my video. I was like, oh, that's cool. So this is about taking back your power in that spiritual strength, okay? Creating that new foundation for yourself. And we're, like I said, we are in this accelerated momentum right now. Everything is happening so fast. But take the time to breathe. Take the time to rest. Take that time to be in stillness and peace so that you can allow yourself to see things in a balanced way. so that you can allow yourself to feel what is right for you, and maybe what's right for your family, maybe what's right for your work, where you're going to live, whatever. What's right for you to create. It's all going to come from this Lion's Gate and then downloads, okay, that you're going to be receiving. And if you don't think you get downloads, you do. Everybody does. I literally feel it. My crown chakra starts spinning like crazy. I feel like I'm going to lift off. But you get them. Everybody gets them. Just some of us are able to feel it, all right? Matura namayana aki shiara. Tahananyatu ho ho Open, open, open. You may feel your solar plexus opening and releasing. This is to help open up that which you've been holding on to, dwelling on. I also feel the sacral opening as well. That's your creativity center. So the solar plexus is your inner sun. So also during this Lion's Gate, get out in the sun. As that sun comes in, activates that pineal, the heart, and the solar plexus. Your inner sun is where you hold your inner wisdom. So those codes that come in, they like, whoo, they expand things for you. Okay, I don't know if I should even say this because it's what I'm hearing, but they're saying the acceleration process is going to continue through another year. They're not giving me like an end date. They never give me end dates or specific dates. So, wow, but I feel like we're going to get stronger with this. I feel like we are going to get stronger. But if you feel edgy within, if you feel tired, if you feel cranky, pains in the body, take that time for you and go and rest. Go and comfort yourself, nurture yourself, and have that compassion for you. Because when you have that compassion for you, you're having that compassion for all others, because we are all others, correct? Me is we. I always say that, me is we. Flip it upside down. All right, is there anything else? We are complete. They're saying, Piana mor ushna nasaka at ira enne mehanda istorne etsaki. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. Mai kita, maya at. Many blessings, everyone. I love you. Blessed Lion's Gate. I will get the Lion's Gate posted probably in the next few days. If you want to be on there with me, let's do this. I will help you to get open. I will help you to get to that level where you're going to receive and where you can open yourself fully to create. And I think I might do it the day before the Lion's Gate so that you can watch it and then know what to do when it's fully open. Okay? There's so much information, so many things I can teach you that I normally do on my Patreon. My Patreon members, thank you for allowing me all this time off as I'm going through this process, this level. I love you. I don't know if I'll be back in August, possibly, yes. We will see. I just have some things going on within the body still that I'm trying to take care of physically. And yes, I love you all. Many blessings. Te coroname, neshtira and amor. I love you.